All right, so a update finally, a July update, I guess, for the Arc, which is also long overdue. And we have our level 280. We've been 280 for a while. I had a recording earlier of 278, but I was like, I might as well just redo it. So I'll go through my base checklist real quick, and you can see some stat window. Of course, I have a lot of my buffs on because I just did a boss. So you'll be able to see what the range looks like, you know, if I'm just like standing still in a town map, but with all these kind of buffs on is what you're looking at. That's not crit damage because of advanced weapon tempering and the hard hitter. That's kind of big. Okay, so equips, yeah, we'll go over those real quick. So if you guys saw the video of my rings, that's obviously, that was a good time. A lot of 22s, and then the backup ring I have is the RR4, and that switches out with a Meister ring for basically for all the bossing. I just wear this for AFK and for stat at this point. And I have that backup ring, of course, the backup extra 22-star superior, which at this point doesn't really have a purpose. And I got a third Guardian slime ring from normal Golix today, and an armor box from something. So now we have a bunch of backups. Yay. We have the book, of course. 96 and 5, pretty decent. And then we have our superior. Sweetwater Pendant is, you know, still waiting on that source of suffering, you know. Easy upgrade. Fingers crossed. I have some Mechanators. I still have some superiors. So these are all still just waiting to transfer into that, but party has been running for a while, hasn't seen a single one yet, so just still waiting for that. The weapon, so this is the anvil, right? So this is the regular arcane. I will be, if we stay on track, which I assume that we will be on track to liberate in October. I just did the hard will liberation together with Nate this month. And so it's just hard lucid solo, which I just did with these buffs here. It was like a 12-minute run for me. And then the Varus Hilla solo, which I might have to practice a little bit, but it has plenty of time. Oh yeah, sorry. And then the belts, 22. I don't have that many 22s, but at this point, you know, enough. As you see, the CRA potential is, you know, where you would expect it to be. Excuse me. I think it's perfectly fine to have 27% stat and to have 22 stars. Star Force is definitely what you want to push harder on in that situation. Sweetheart Tattoo. I've had one drop so far of these boys here. I've had one Berserk that boomed 19 to 20. One eye patch boomed 20 to 21. And then the Twilight Mark, I don't know, it saw 19, but it boomed somewhere 17 to 18, I believe. Or 16 to 17. I don't think I was even safeguarding it. If I get this to 22, I'll replace, but it's not even worth safeguarding for me because it's not that big of an upgrade. I'd rather just go straight up to the Berserk, but, you know, lack of drops. But yeah, only one of all of those has dropped so far. This is the Monocle, so that's also, you know, a little bit under, quote-unquote, in the stat. Because I'm not really trying to push too hard on those. And 22 stuff here. And then the Arcanes are full 21. Spent a lot of money on the potential of the shoe, and I just couldn't find 33. The Cape got 33 pretty quickly, so I did this in the same session with the last cube sale that we had. The Cape got it pretty quickly, so I was like, oh, I can make it, you know, be steel, but I think I dropped like an extra 30 bill in red cubes, and it just didn't get it, so, you know, rip. This one has a prime HP line, which is beautiful and really poetic, because my Demon Avenger that is trying to go for Arcanes on the upcoming Shining event. That one has 2 lines of critical damage with, you guessed it, a line of strength, of course. So, you know, if only I could swap those, that'd be nice, but whatever. Heart's just at regular 30, 33 on the shoulder. Earrings at 30. Not the best flame in the world, but I really like that one, actually. And then the secondary is at that. And then we've got 7-Day Monster Parker on. Good old Sengoku Akase badge and the emblem. So sort of equips here. And then for backup stuff, this is all irrelevant. We talked about the backups a little bit. I got an Estelle earring as well from a normal Darknell run, but I don't see that having any use anytime soon, but who knows. Someday maybe. And then we have the regular drop gear here. Nothing too crazy. A few double line stuff. 3 like on and on double line pieces, so I don't really use these very much, especially not when training in higher level areas. Double drop, rings, and then just regular single lines. Yeah, so this is my mezzo piece, is like double mezzo with all stat. This is also a transposed monocle. This is all transposed earring with 1 line mezzo and then 17% strength. And then this one is double line mezzo, old 17-star superior Gollux. So that's my that was my mezzobtain set while I was training. And this is the Genesis Claw that we are waiting to liberate, of course. But yeah, ring wise, nothing insane. Just the RR3 is really good, of course, but not RR4 and not like weapon jumps and all that. Not really doing any Oz. Really spending a lot more time on the DA these days. Then we have what else? Buffs. Well, you can see all the buffs that we have, I guess. Push ammo. So for links, I'm using pretty standard links, I think. Go away, Griseki. So I'll switch out the Spirit of Freedom if I'm doing something that I want to min-max more on damage with. But basically, this is what it's all we need. Got 86 crits, and that's without my base. That gets me up to 106 already with just this. And I could also add like a little bit more to crit rate here, but then I would go for the boss damage here, for the boss damage line anyway, and the elementalism, so it doesn't make much sense to not count on that 10% crit. And then the other presets, this one is for more healing and with Noble Fire, so this one is for like Black Mage and stuff. Cygnus Blessing in there, just a little bit more utility, a little bit more survivability. And then these are the mobbing, this is the mobbing preset. So pure like on mobility, moving, flat stats, attack, and flat damage, and then critical damage, and the basic mobbing ones. Legion is the same as always here as well. Hasn't changed that much. We've gotten some levels here. 8779 now because of the second Ice Lightning Mage from the Terror Burn. So we're getting closer and closer to 8.8. I think I'll eventually try to aim for 9.5 with the extra 2 characters that are counting. So that would be 420 extra levels, so that would get me close to 9.2 now. So that still would be about 300 levels divided over all of the characters. But that might be a project after the DA gets past 260 or maybe 265, something like that. But yeah, that's the setup there. And then oh yeah, so familiars is still the same. I haven't worked on familiars on this guy in forever. Yep. This is the usual, if I need full damage, I use this. So 230 boss with 5 crit rate, and then 30 boss with 4 attack. And then I have a few big healers if I need to. And then when I was mobbing, I would use this guy, the large drop. Or, you know, in the higher level areas, I would use a spider just to keep 100% mezzo bags up and the mezzo drop rate. Mezzo obtain gear. I was able to train like that with just those 5 pieces and the rest in damage gear and still one shot in Arcus and get some pretty good rates there, honestly. The other stuff, what's the other stuff I got? Oh yeah, I know it gives an auto steal here and there. I forget where they are, but it's not super important. It's like a 1.6%, I think, and maybe a 7% or something like that. Yeah, 6%. Oh no, it doesn't go up to 7, does it? Was the other one like a 1% or something? Yeah, 1%. 1% is 6. 7 together. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, never really pushed beyond that on familiars. Cut skins, hyperstats. Hyperstats pretty straightforward. If there's an event where you can get a lot of extra arcane power, sometimes we switch over to this setup here. Because then with this extra arcane power, we can actually get to the bracket where you can get 10% extra final damage on the Black Mage, which is really nice. But other than that, we switch into this one. So like attack is on 8, 13, 12, 12, 13. I believe that's close to optimal. It can't be too far off. And then a little bit of extra strength. And then for mobbing, of course, you know, slam the bonus EXP, and then the normal monster damage, the critical damage, and the damage. And then damage always a little bit lower than monster damage, and then whatever attack and strength you have left beyond that, I guess. I don't think I can level at 17. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 8, 10. And then 15 for 6. Oh yeah, I could probably get one of them to 6. But that's that. And V Matrix, that moves around a little bit as well. I unlocked one extra slot for the Liberation, didn't end up being super necessary. But yeah, I basically only have Will of Urda now at this point that I can move in for something else. And I have Urda Nova that isn't in there if you're doing like a boss where you need multiple binds, but at this point, even for hard, yeah, I don't know where I would. Because my regular bind is 3 minutes and my big burst where I really need to bind is 4 minutes. But I could use it on a 2-minute bind, I guess, to confirm my Endlessly Starving Beast, but I don't even know what boss to use it on. Like on Gloom it already confirms, on Darknell maybe, and on Lotus and Damien it typically confirms as well, as long as your timing isn't horrible. But yeah, I guess, yeah, usually for Damien I use it when he's in the air. So maybe for Lotus, maybe for Darknell. But yeah, I tried to check how much this slot was, but it's 4.2 bill, so I elected not to buy that one just yet. And then that's it. I guess, yeah, that's it. What is my weapon soul? 3 attack, yeah. That's the state of my arc right now. So yeah, stay tuned. And the big Shining Star Force next Sunday, so 8 days away, that's going straight into the Demon Avenger. So I have about 230 bill, I think, saved up right now. So I'm planning to make the jump from the 10-star Arcanes that I have right now into 10-star Tyrants, my bad, 10-star Tyrants, into 21-star Arcanes, hopefully. And if I have money left, I might go 22 on CRA as well, because he has 21 CRA. But everything else on that character is already 21, pretty much. Oh, my E-Ring is 20, so hopefully E-Ring to 21 as well. But other than that, that character will be seeing a pretty big upgrade. But yeah, that's the update for the arc.